What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today we're going to be adding magnets to our Raikage prop, and I'm going to be showing you how to add magnets to all of your props. So let's check it out. All right, everyone. So as I said, today we are going to look at how to install magnets in your cosplay props. This is very helpful when you have props that would not fit on your arm all that well or fit on your chest as one piece. It's much easier to split it into two pieces. You know, for example, like the knights did back in the old day, their chest piece came together as two pieces that smashed on their front and their back. And we have the newest item actually coming to the store. It's debuting in this episode. These are the Raikages. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but his wrist guards, gauntlets or whatever. We have these two in two separate pieces, and we put a spot for magnets, neodymium, I don't know how you say that word, neodymium magnets that fit right inside here like so. We're gonna glue them down, and then this piece will snap to our arm like so. So while this is gluing, we're gonna go ahead and hop over to Blender, and I'm gonna show you guys how to put magnets in your props. All right, guys, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is import your file. Just a little quick, tip. I already imported mine. As you can see up here in the right-hand corner, it just says B, but there's nothing on the screen. But when I rotate it, I can see it over there. Well, that's not where I want it. I want it right here in the center, and I'm gonna show you guys why that's important. So the first thing you're going to do is go up here to Object. You're going to go to Set Origin, Geometry to Origin. Now we have our item in the middle of our screen, or the middle of their axes. So this is exactly where I want it. Now, just a quick recap. What we're going to do is we wanted to go ahead and split this item in half. So to do that, we're going to go to Add, Mesh, Plane. A plane was added right here. You can't really see it because it's small. We're going to hit S. You see our icon change to the arrows, and now we're going to make it bigger. Just dragging your mouse will make it larger. So S again, clicking our item, S makes it much larger. So now we have it the size we want. We're going to press in, and you see this little menu popped up here on the right side, and we're going to go ahead and rotate our item 90 degrees. Whoops, no, that one didn't do it. 90 degrees, there we go. Now you can see it is rotated 90 degrees, but it's not going all the way through the object. So we're gonna grab it again. You can tell it's grabbed because the orange, outline is around our item. Hit S to scale, and we made it bigger. So now we know it goes through the entire model. Then we're gonna come over here to the right, hit the little wrench, hit Add Modifier, not Boolean this time, solidify. Right now, the plane is too thick. We want it to be thinner. So we're going to change the thickness to 0.0001. Now the plane is extremely thin. We're going to click the little drop down right here, hit apply. Now it's applied the solidify modifier to our plane. Then what we're going to do is now click on the item that we're going to cut in half. For me, it's the Raikage's arm guards. Tell it's clicked again because everything is in orange. Then what we're going to do is go over here to the wrench again, add modifier, Boolean. This time we're going to go with difference. So we check the little, we click the little eyedropper tool, then we click on our plane. Now it's basically separated the model into two pieces, and we can check that. So we'll click on our plane, come up here to the right, click the eye. And as you can see, there is a line, ever so faint, but right here, running through the entire model. And again, just another little quick tip. If you want to move around, hold down Shift, and then hold down your middle mouse button, and you can drag the camera around like so. So after we have our model cut, as you can see by the line again, we're going to go ahead, hit the drop down on the little, downward arrow here, and apply it. So now we've applied the cut essentially to the model, and it's cut in two. Then with our item clicked, again, orange, so we know it's clicked, you're going to hit tab. Tab puts it into edit mode from object mode. We're going to go to one of the sides. You can see, left, right side, doesn't matter. We're going to press L. L has selected only one side of the model. Now we're going to turn this into an actual selection. To do that, we're going to press P, selection. You can see over here we have B, which was our original item, and then we have B001. B001 is just a selection, or basically half of the selection. So if I press tab, now we're back from edit mode to object mode, and we have two separate objects, as you can see. So if I get rid of this one, boom, half of it remains, and vice versa, half of it remains. If you end up with a model like this, which is hollow on the inside, and right here on these areas on the outside, don't worry, very simple fix. Jump back over to edit mode. We're going to select our entire item and hit F. F has now filled in this whole area so we can print it and no problems. All right, we hit tab again. Tab takes us back to object mode. Now it's time for the magic to start happening, where we're going to place our magnets. So to place our magnets, what we're going to do is first we have to know the size of our magnets. I know the size of mine, and it doesn't really matter as long as you know the size of your magnets. This works for circles, this works for rectangles, triangles, whatever kind of magnet you have, it doesn't matter. So let's just say we have for this one a square magnet. So what we're going to do is go to wherever we want the magnets to be placed. For this one, I want it to be placed right up here in the right hand corner. What I'm going to do is hold down Shift and right click. What that did, I'll undo it. Well, I'll just do it again. This right here is our basically where items are going to be placed. That's the best way to describe it. If I put it here, I can put it here, I can put it here. All I'm doing is Shift right clicking to place wherever I want essentially the cursor or where objects are going to appear. So I'm arbitrarily putting it right here. Now what we're going to do is go to add mesh. This time, instead of plane, we're going to go to add cube, because again, my magnet is rectangular. All right, so now you can see cube was added. You see it right here. You see it up here in the right hand corner. It's orange, so we know it's selected. We're going to press S for scale. Scale again is just going to allow me to make it whatever size I want. So let's just say, boom, I made it enormous. That's a very large magnet. Obviously, we don't have a magnet that size. And you can see the dimensions over here in the right corner. They say 20.8 by 20.8 by 20.8, and this is millimeters, not meters. I know it says M, but it's actually millimeters, not meters. So again, if this table isn't showing for you, all you do is press N to make it pop up. Now, let's just say we have a magnet that is, I don't know, let's just say 10 millimeters by, I don't know, whatever you guys want to say. Let's say 8 millimeters by 5 millimeters. All right. So we have a magnet right here that is now 10 millimeters by 8 millimeters by 5 millimeters. All you have to do is now press G. G is for grab. G allows me to move this item wherever I want. But we don't want to move it freely. We only want to move it along one axis. And specifically, that's the y-axis. And we know that because right up here, the y-axis is the one running horizontal. So I'm just going to Control Z, undo that. Press Y. Well, sorry. Press G, then Y. Now we can only move the object along the y-axis. So I don't have to worry about placing it anyplace else other than where I want on the y-axis. What I'm going to do is go ahead and place it basically right to the point where it's barely sticking out of the object that we have. And you can see right there is perfect. So the object is barely sticking out of, our magnet is barely sticking out of the actual object that we're placing it in. So now we have it where we want. We're going to, go back to selecting our actual item, which is B, our Raikage gauntlets. We're going to go to add modifier again, Boolean. This time we're going to go to difference again, but we're going to click the object cube. You can click the actual item right here, or you could go up here and click it. I click it up here so it's safe. I know that I for sure clicked it. Now what we're going to do is apply it and get rid of the cube, and now we have a hole. This hole we can use to place our magnet inside of, so that was all it took. Now you're going to want to repeat this process wherever you want to put the magnet. So if you want to put one down here, you want to, let's zoom out a little bit. You want to put one down here, you want to put one down here, one up here, it doesn't matter. You can put it one wherever you want. The most important part though is to not, I repeat, do not move your magnet once it's placed on any axis other than the Y axis, because if you do, it's not going to line up properly. So let me show you guys what I mean. So we're going to get rid of our Raikage left gauntlet, and we're going to bring up the right gauntlet. So now you can see we have the opposite side. So let me just zoom out a little bit so you guys can see that. See, we have the one, okay, this right here is the one that we haven't edited yet. This is the one we edited because you can see it's got the hole in it. So we're going to make this one go away and bring up its mirror half, which is this side. Now we're going to go back to our cube, which we made disappear. What do you know? It's still sticking inside right there. Again, we're going to grab this one with G, Y, only along the Y axis. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, just barely have it protruding from this model. And like so. Once that's done, remember, grab the main model here, go to Add Modifier, Boolean, Difference selected up here, click with the eyedropper tool, and select the cube. We're going to apply it and get rid of the cube up here in the right corner with the eye. And as you can see, we now have an empty hole. Now, sometimes, I don't know exactly why, I'm not exactly an expert in Blender, but for some reason, the hole actually won't appear and your cube will still be present. Now, let me just show you guys what you can do. I'm just going to make a copy of this cube here, copy it, paste it. This is not something you guys have to do. I'm just giving you an example of what happens sometimes. So I'm going to grab the cube, move it down along my Z-axis. So there's just a duplicate right here. Now let's say I selected this item, I hit Add Modifier, I go to Boolean, Difference, did what we're supposed to do, and hit Apply. Well, for this cube, it's still there. I don't know why it didn't take a hole out of the, item that we're trying to put a hole in. So all you have to do, we're going to go back. All you have to do is, instead of just hitting Difference and Cube, we're going to go to Fast, and now instead of Exact, we have Fast selected and we hit Apply. And then we get rid of our cube and bam, we have a hole. I'm not exactly sure why that happens, but I do know that's just the fix that I've worked out to, get the model to do what I want. Now, once we have all of that completed, we have our hole inside of our model ready for our magnets. We're going to just select the item that we put the hole in, go up here to File, Export, STL. Now, this is the only part that matters. You have to click Selection Only right here. Type in whatever name you want and hit Export STL. I'm not going to export this one because I don't need it, but hopefully that helped you guys, and hopefully you can now add magnets to your props, because I know this was something that was troubling me for a while, and I'm glad, after a bit of research, I finally figured it out. So hopefully that gets you guys to where you need to be. All right, guys, so jumping back over to our model, you can see that we have our magnet holes right here inside of the four corners of our gauntlets. This is our magnet here, and as you can see, it falls right into place. We're going to go ahead and glue that down, and then they will connect to one another very, very tightly. It is a very strong bond with these magnets. I will link these magnets for you guys. They do not come apart. So definitely a magnet of choice for me. All right, guys, so there you have it, a very quick and easy tutorial, hopefully very quick and easy, on how you can add magnets to your props. Again, this has helped me a lot. I've used it several times on many of my props that I want to keep together, temporarily, not all the time, or props that are too large to get on all in one go. When these magnets are all placed inside here, this will be able to fit on my arm like so. Can't get it on there yet because I don't have the magnets in place, but that's essentially how it will fit. So that's where we will get going. If this video helped you out, definitely leave a comment in the comment sections below. Oh, actually, and before we end, I would recommend just printing a small piece of it. What I did was I cut this item, and I just printed the little section right there just to make sure that the magnets fit inside, and I didn't print this entire piece and waste it because the magnets don't fit inside. So another little quick tip, print a little small section, make sure your magnet actually does fit inside before you print the entire model. Now, thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. I hope you liked it. I hope it was quick and easy for you. If it does help you, definitely leave a like in the comment section, or a comment in the comment sections, as I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, it does help the channel. That's going to do it today. Oh my gosh, it's been a very long day at work, but that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much. And until next time, stay balanced. See you all. Bye-bye.